Hi, and thank you once again for joining me for the Darren Chatter solo cast, where I read to you the blogs that I've written so you don't have to. This is blog number 256, entitled Do Not Fix Your Problems. The photo that I chose for this reads, Do not fix your problems. I fix my thinking, and then the problems fix themselves. I thought this was a great quote to expand upon in a blog, so here we go. This is so true, and in many cases, you are the source of the problems, and the problems are coming from your way of thinking. Stop putting band-aids on the problems and dig into the source of the issues in the first place. For example, if you struggle to manage your personal finances, which is a nicer way of saying you're broke all the time, you need to look at the behaviors and the thought processes around money that you currently have. Do your own root cause analysis. If you are barely making ends meet at the end of each month, but you smoke, you eat out all the time, you go drinking with your friends every weekend, these are the end results, not the cause of your problem. You don't have a money problem, you have a behavior problem. Think about it. As an adult, you need to get your shit together sooner rather than later. When you continue to do things that make you feel good first, you're behaving like a child. Children do what they want and what makes them feel good in the moment. Adults learn, hopefully, to rein in their desires and do what is best for them and others overall, not just in the moment. This means showing some discipline and sticking to a budget each month. It means saying no to your friends once in a while when you do not have the money to go participate in something. If you are a smoker or a frequent consumer of fast food, you better add up the weekly costs of those detrimental habits and see just how much impact they're having on your life. Not only are they terrible for your health, but they are keeping you from securing your financial future as well. This mentality applies to all facets of your life, not just the financial side. That is just an easy area to show that if you do this, then you get that outcome. As simple to understand as that equation is, it is crazy how many people struggle with something that basic. You have to look at things critically and from a third-person point of view. If you struggle with this, ask a friend or a family member to show you the error of your ways. In most cases, it's easy to run somebody else's life, and many people will be eager to spout their opinion on what you should do differently. Be advised, however, to be careful whose advice that you follow. It should come from someone who's doing a better job of this than you already are. In another example, I have a close friend who is struggling with a disorder that I would rather not disclose. It has come close to taking her life several times now. And once again, she finds herself in an out-of-state rehab center paying out-of-pocket costs because her insurance will not cover more treatment. Because she is willing to share with me many of the details of this struggle, and also the rehab and treatment process, I am fairly up to speed on how things are going. While she has some health concerns that absolutely must be addressed right away, I also keep encouraging her to use some of the therapy sessions to get to the root cause of her issues. It seems to me that too much emphasis is being put on the here and now, especially now that she's out of immediate health danger, and not digging into why this started in the first place. What she does is a coping mechanism, is a bad behavior pattern. It wreaks havoc in her life. She knows this on an intellectual level, but still struggles to exercise control over this set of behaviors. It is so obvious to everyone else in her life, but she has to break through these patterns on her own. She is much closer this time around, and I'm encouraged by her behavior thus far. Only time will tell if she has really conquered it this time around. While this is an extreme example, it's not too far off for comparison as to other self-destructive behaviors that people engage in. My ex-brother-in-law, hence the word ex, once spent the last $25 in the checking account on some fishing gear that he didn't need, he just wanted, 3 days before his next payday. Yeah, hence the word X in the previous sentence. This is a behavior issue that my sister ignored before getting married to him, and could not persuade out of him during their marriage. Regardless of your particular brand of flaw, the end result is bad, and the cause is the behavior and the thought patterns that are facilitating those actions. When you learn to solve the underlying cause of your issue, in other words, fixing the mentality, then and only then can you get to the root cause of the problem and change your life's path. Some people are born into a poor family, learn those behaviors by osmosis, and repeat the pattern. It is the same with alcoholism, abuse, and many other behaviors. However, some people see the error of those ways and make changes to be different. It is never too late to make changes and improve certain aspects of your life. Once you start to see the benefits, it is likely you will do this in other areas too. You can literally change the operating software that you run on, and things will be and can be very different from that point forward. I know I have done it myself, sometimes out of necessity. These sweeping changes are not easy to make. You must first recognize the error of your ways. Next, you must have the desire to change and live differently. Then you can start making some changes, little by little, and build on those successes. I loved Jordan B. Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Life, because he literally talks about these exact same things. Cleaning up your room as a precursor to cleaning up your life, for example. Clearly, it is resonating with people, as that book has sold over 4 million copies to date and counting. Obviously, there is a desire for this type of action and this type of knowledge, but there is a lack of understanding on how to make those changes. As with most things, start small and work your way up. We all want to start at the top, but it just doesn't work that way. I didn't start playing on the Pro Racquetball Tour as soon as I picked up a racket. I put in the hard miles to get to that level. Step by step, I walked the 1,000-mile road. You can too. As always, I wish you luck in your endeavors.